Hiya, look at that, everybody. Oh my God. So, maybe you saw my short where I found these. Well, didn't find them. We've been waiting for them to turn ripe. So they turn like that when they're basically like this, or very briefly look like that. So you can see the phases, like they're green, the dragon fruit, yeah, and then they start to turn to this, and they turn to that. And then what we're looking for is just a little bit soft, slightly firm, and then they're ready. So actually, I can give you the full life cycle. They're gonna bloom, they're gonna look like this. That's what the flower looks like. We don't have any of the current, like, blooms are usually kind of a white and yellow, and then they'll kind of dry out and look like that, and then as long as they're fertilized, they'll look like that. So if it's not pollinated, it won't do anything. It'll just turn into this and then it'll die. But some of them need to be hand pollinated. That's a real pain in the butt. But I got lucky. I've got varieties that are pollinated by insects and even birds. We get like hummingbird kind of honey creepers that come around here. But between the bees and the ants and the honey creepers, they get pollinated. I think it's probably the ants that mostly do the pollinating because they go ballistic on the fresh blooms. I'm just fascinated. I've never seen so many dragon fruit coming off of one plant. So now here's what the base of the plant looks like. It's kind of hard to tell. When you plant them, you want to put them in a pot. Kind of hard to see. Let me try and, you got to be careful. You don't want to get pricked. See that pot? It's all coming out of that one stalk. So you just sit it in this pot up above. You don't want to put it directly in the ground. Somehow it'll magically grow into this huge bush type structure. We grew this on a old grapefruit tree that wasn't really producing, so it pretty much murdered the grapefruit tree, but that was fine because we were going to mitigate it anyhow, but we use it as a platform. Now here's the thing with dragon fruit. It will not flower and fruit until these suckers are drooping down. So you see all the fruit will be on the sections of basically dragon fruit cacti that are drooping down. Sometimes they droop down and then they don't necessarily produce flowers, but like this has got a pretty good chance the next time around will flower. That's the trick. Like even if you have one little plant, you could put it in a pot and trick it into flowering pretty much right away, as long as you train it to go down. It just somehow understands, okay, time to make fruit. And if you're not familiar with dragon fruit, the inside, we're going to show it to you later. We're going to attach it to this video. It's kind of reminiscent of kiwi as far as it's got a lot of little black seeds in it, but the fruit is either bright fuchsia or could be a white or a light pink. These ones are very bright fuchsia, and not to brag, but these are the most delicious dragon fruits I've ever eaten. We just were in Philippines and eating a lot of dragon fruit because they grow them in abundance there, and they're kind of mediocre. A lot of the ones you get commercially aren't really very sweet. I feel like it's something to do with how you fertilize them, and also the love you give them, I guess. But and the conditions, you know, I guess we're at 1,000 feet above sea level here in Maui, and they just love our yard, man. You know, I got these cuttings from a person up in Kula, a couple thousand feet higher up the mountain than us, and they weren't having any success. And I just threw a bunch of these around with no clue what to do with them, and they're flourishing. So anyhow, stay tuned. I'll clip another video of us harvesting and processing and enjoying these things. If you have any questions about dragon fruit or propagation, let me know. Yeah, so really quick, I could take this, cut it off right here. I mean, you can break it off there if you want, but if you're going to replant, You could just cut it there, leave it sitting for a couple days until the end cutting gets calcified, gets kind of tough and heals over a bit. And then you would take that thing, and like I said, you find like a pot like this, even if it has stuff in it like these succulents, and you can just stick it in there, not even an inch or two into the dirt. You don't want to bury it too deep, but leave it, and it will become this. I kid you not, that is the truth, man. Things are that easy to grow in Hawaii. Yes, yes.